Hello, boys and girls.
Hello, all. The bounce is alcoholic.
Are you sick in the
bounce
head?
is wearing no earring. You guys, FK was only wearing one earring. She's trying to pretend. She came with one earring. She's been abusing me because I have zero earrings.
Do you know the thing? So today, I thought I was going to have a leg to stand on to abuse Jola because after wearing all these plenty clothes, I thought when she came in, I thought she looks like someone that went to speak at a women's conference. Yeah. You look like someone that went to like all these history. Do you get all this her future?
When is young.
The future is she. Yeah. You look like someone who spoke at the future is she this morning. But then you're not wearing earrings. And the thing is, where we're from, if my grandma saw you now, she won't greet you.
Funny.
I hope you know.
It won't be funny.
She actually won't greet you. That's the funny thing about my grandma.
She looks super cute.
Thank you.
Anyhow. She doesn't like to greet you.
I'm wearing dial-up.
Yeah.
I'm
wearing Quacktails.
Because you're a beg. You're a beg. You guys, let me say something. Fekemi is a terrible person. Fekemi wore this shirt to show Diary that she's more loyal to Quacktails than me, which is a lie. Yes.
Anyway, you don't have the shirt.
I do. Actually, I don't even have. Diary, why don't I have a shirt?
You see? Let's start there. You don't have it. You don't have it.
How come I don't have this shirt?
No, we'll sort that out.
Thank you.
And as you guys can see, we have Derek Quack here.
Yes.
Bosco James.
Big Bosco. Exactly. Big
If
Bosco.
you know Quacktails, this is the brain behind the most fabulous drink in the world. And I'm just going to warn you ahead of time. This episode is going to be
drinking.
Because we're drinking and I'm going to be drinking.
It's not that we don't know. Sometimes we drink, but you are not aware. It's now that we're making you aware. Did you get ahead of time? Okay, so what did you guys do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend? I'm trying to...
You messaged me and didn't reply. That's one of the things you did.
Look,
that's one of the things you did. And I was on edge because I was wondering... This babe just said, are you home? Then she didn't reply the whole day. I said,
Exactly. I want people to ask me, like, where are you?
I was wondering that, am I home? Am I home? What's going on? Am I home?
She watching.
I kept saying, am I home? Because I wasn't sure what was going on.
Well, to start off our weekend, we went to hang out in Bolu's flat.
We went to Bolu, our friend Bolu, Fine Boy Bolu's flat. And Jola made us watch Zinzi and Mix.
There's a show on Netflix. It's called Unseen.
Zinzi and Mix.
It's about this woman who goes to look for her husband. And she starts killing people.
Let me just tell you, the show is actually extremely chaotic. There's like a deep amount of... Because every 2 minutes, by mistake, she has killed another person. No, you don't get... Before she has just met somebody, before they just start discussing, by mistake, she has killed them.
Legit.
So that's what was just going on.
So we were supposed to gist. We had a plan.
We're supposed to go for like a night... See, the thing about it is people are bad people. Diary, that sounds no. I need to stop hanging out Jola and the likes.
Those are the best nights now. The ones that things
they told me we're having a wine night. So that was actually... I now said, is there food? So because me, I was even focused on the wine. I didn't even think there would be... Only for me to get there. And when I first got there, Jola was in a blanket.
You already comfortable.
So I said, this night is not going to go how I really feel. Mm-hmm. Guess what? There was no wine. They forgot.
I didn't forget, but it was Bolu's responsibility.
There was plenty food. There was no wine. So I ended up drinking what? 5 Alive.
We got tons of food from the Ages and food was very
And I ended up drinking 5 Alive instead of my... So I didn't get any wine.
No wine.
Just
they had the Ages, which is equally as great.
And then a dog peed on Bolu's leg.
That's
always peeing. Like,
no. This one has bladder problem. This
dog always pee. This is my problem. So I really want a dog, but I don't want to take care of it.
Dogs will just pee. Like I don't have a dog personally, but we have a dog in our kitchen. Yeah. No, in our kitchen. So one of our customers relocated. And
I left the dog.
Yeah, maybe the dog didn't get visa. I don't know what happened. Didn't get visa, but the dog has been in our kitchen for like 2 years, and the dog's just always peeing. Like if you bring something and you put it on like the floor, like yesterday we got a new bar. The carpenter delivered a new bar, and the dog starts peeing on it. Like apparently it's to mark territory. Like if they feel like they're comfortable. I'm not an expert on dogs, but they feel like they're comfortable, they pee. So maybe it's a good thing.
No, this dog pees when it's excited. So if there's like a new person, so literally as the dog just came out and saw people, Bolo just watch.
So I'm a little bit scared of dogs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The dog just.
I'm a bit scared of dogs. So when I'm around, they keep them in the kitchen. There are 2 now. They keep them in the kitchen. So I don't know what Madam Patience was looking at. She opened it. Bruh, this guy saw an opportunity. Ran out.
And that was the start of my weekend. What else did I do this weekend? What day was that?
That was Friday.
It's a long weekend, so
Friday.
many days,
okay,
yeah.
and then on Saturday, I think I went out.
Yeah, where'd you go?
Let's just say that I got home at 7:45 a.m.
Okay.
And
do you know Fekemi has these nights without me and it really bothers me?
Do you know the thing is, I feel like I'm still recovering.
No, we are.
Because I don't know why I thought that it could be, like it was something that could click for me.
Nah, 7
because
o'clock?
the next day I said, whoa. It was bad. It was a great night, but wow.
Yeah.
I really suffered. Well, it was a very interesting evening, actually. There were a lot of happenings, most of which I cannot discuss on this podcast, of course. But
of course.
Let me tell you one thing about the listeners of the podcast. No matter where they see you, in the middle of the club, I said, could this be the ideal moment?
Yeah, I told you about this before. There's a time I went to Bogobiri, and then somebody came to me and said, she, like, you know when you can see somebody recognizes you, then they stop because I was with somebody. Then she went inside. Then when she came outside, she was like, I couldn't help myself. I just had to come and say hello, but I saw you were in the corner as usual. Because there's this running joke about me always being with men in the corner. She's always with men in the corner. Don't you ever know whenever she do outside, she was the man in the corner. That's actually the case. That's not true. And it made me laugh so much. The thing is that she thought she was whispering, but the person I was with heard her and started laughing. Yeah. I was like, what do you mean? And you know, because of this, whenever I'm standing somewhere randomly, I'm always, I was outside. No, I was outside. We went to, okay, oh good. I got invited to the NBA final. And she tried to drag me along and I said, no. Now, here's the thing about it. I don't know anything about basketball. That was actually the first night I'd heard of the Nuggets. Yeah. So apparently they won. Apparently they won. So obviously I had to support them. Only for me to get to this event. So just thinking that I'll just, go in unnoticed. And I just walked in. The baby just said, FK, come back. She now threw me the basketball. I said, ha. She now said, so who's my favorite player? I said, who am I supporting tonight? I said, the Nuggets. She said, wow, the Nuggets. Everybody else is supporting it. I said, okay. She said, yeah, that's where the blacks are. I said, I said, I'm supporting any Nigerian that anyway, the Nuggets won. So I went to this basketball thing and then we left and we were looking for food. So we went somewhere to eat. And then I went to a club that I was not aware was existing before them called Rio. Let me tell you, people that took me there, they're not responsible people. That's just it. They're not responsible people. When I got there, I saw lots of irresponsible people also. I got a shout out to Ajay Butter, who was everywhere I went to that night. I just kept seeing him. I said, this guy, why not responsible people? Anyway, I then left there and went to Hotbox. Yeah, Hotbox. I walked this Hotbox like 4. Yeah. And obviously I jammed my fellow, unserious people there. And then we went to Backdoor or whatever. It was just one of those. Like a great night. Yeah, it was fun. If you were at or enjoyed or heard about our amazing live show in London, it's time for us to shout out to our travel partners onboard.com. It's spelled ONBURD. Unaltered spelling. A travel tech company is focusing on the next generation of travelers. That's you lot. When you get to their website, you can book flights, get your hotels. They can even help you with visa services if you need them, protocol services. Their website, once again, is www.onboard.com, where you can access all these services and even what more. Yeah, they have a 24-hour customer service. You're not going to be calling them and they'll tell you that they are resuming in the morning. It's 24 hours. And if you want to travel for summer or any one thing, with a down payment of 10%, you can lock in your fare on board and you can pay small till your travel dates. You can visit onboard.com's travel center in Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja. And you can follow them on social media. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter is at GetOnboard, GETONBURD. The website is www.onburd.com. Their phone number, 017008208. All these plenty ones are on the website. Go and check it. But their WhatsApp number is 0908 556 75 Once again, thank you to Onboard for making the I Said What I Said live show a success, because it would have been very awkward if we could not get there.
God bless you.
It.
It was a lot of fun. Oh, one of my little tricks also panned out. So a guy came up to me, you know, and he was telling me, you know, you look nice, you look different to other girls. I said, I'm like them. I said, let me just tell you, if it's that, I am these other girls, what is it? All of us.
No, honestly, you have to.
I said the thing, no, you have to, because
you know why?
It's in the middle of that. You're not like other girls that problem normally
thing happened
starts.
to me this weekend. So I wrote a ton of endearment. And I said, won't you ask me why I'm calling you? He's like, now your way. I said, no, it's not my way. I want something. Please, ask me what the problem is. I need something. I was like, oh, what do you want? I said, oh, thank you for asking.
Because he just said, oh, you know, you don't look like us of Lagos. I said, I'm them. They are me. We are all.
We are one.
What are you talking about? We are all each other. I was laughing. I said, no, don't even have it in mind that I'm different. Me and the other girls, to all of
all
us.
the same.
So
No, I look nice. I said, I'm normal now.
No, nothing like unique.
Unique. I said, oh, you look nice. I said, normal now. Like, just,
you want the same things.
What did you do this weekend, Dari?
This weekend, other than sending alcohol to people's houses, we had an event that we supported yesterday. I think that was the highlight, with an artist called YKB. So he had a house in Ikoyi that even existed, like an abandoned house, and she like, you know, I don't know how they got the house, but they turned the place into this nice party / concert, and you know, we like to be where the youth are. So yeah, there was a lot of people. I think it was about 600, maybe 700 people in the house, and they had this pool that they had drained out, and he like performed in the pool, and it was really cool.
They came behind idea. The bounce house.
The bounce house.
So I've been playing.
Okay, you want us to get an abandoned house?
Of the bounce house. Yeah. So like, there's a podcast, but then Fekemi and I like activity
vibes. Yeah.
Why into rubbish?
So like, all the event type things we do will be
in the bounce house.
Like, they'll be brought to you by the bounce house. So this abandoned building.
Yeah, we'll pop off.
Okay, we should go and get it.
Yeah,
I think we should do.
Do you know? I think
we should do a party there.
I think.
Do you know my problem? I found that like, sometimes when you're trying to work with brands, maybe for like personal moral justification reasons, they don't like sponsoring just parties. They need to feel like there's an end goal.
There's an end goal where I'm like, people just want to have a good time.
I'm like, can't you just be sponsoring a good time?
Yeah.
So I think I want us to do like a night of aimless fun brought to you by Bounce House.
And if these brands are smart, that's the thing that they'll change, because that's when people feel like themselves. Like, you know,
they have to be brands targeted at a good time.
Yeah,
like,
just a good time.
Like, that's all.
Just come and have a good time and go home.
You guys, I also want to say another thing. So I messaged Jola as a friend. So Jola, you know, I told Jola to do due diligence for me. Do you know that this girl will allow me to be killed if it's left
you guys,
to her?
Let me tell you why Fekemi is a terrible person. Fekemi met this person on day A and sent me the message on day B.
Yes.
About the due diligence.
I saw it on day C. By the time I replied her on day C, she said, don't worry. It's because the
whole thing it couldn't work.
I have to respond when it's hot now.
So made me laugh. I was like, you know, my due diligence had been wasted, because it was not even. There's nothing I would have found out that would have changed her mind. That's what made me laugh.
Because by then it was late. But if you had come through on day B,
exactly when it was hot, like
when it was hot
on day B, if I come on day B, on day C, I would have received insults. Because Fekemi would have said something like, I can't believe you had the guts. It was so, like, I remember laughing for like 30 minutes, because I was like, what kind of human being is this? Because I remember her being like, oh, okay.
No, you know, it was, let me tell you the problem. It was one of these meet cutes. I met a person in a loud environment.
Okay.
The person asked for my number. I said, I'm going to say the number out loud. If you remember it, congrats to everybody involved. If you don't remember it, please kindly leave me alone.
Yeah,
I said the number. Nothing happened. As you were leaving, text me, said, I remember it. Exactly. And now I have this number. But he looked at me and said, save my number now. Save it. So I saved it. So I just said, oh, okay, these are the mutuals. Once I saw that, okay, Jola as mutual, I said,
yes, exactly. It was ready.
What I said was, is this a criminal? Okay.
Asking the important questions.
I said I could have been killed before this girl got back to me. That's just
like this. And I was telling my friend, I was like, so sorry, can you see this thing? See our friend.
Yeah.
See our friend's behavior. But you know what made me laugh? What ruined the thing for Fekemi is such bad mind. I can't tell you on air. I have to tell you after. Because it's not but it actually makes sense. And that's why I feel like a terrible person.
I'll show you.
I'll show you. No,
and when
you see it. And when you see it,
you yeah me that I can
because
never
when I told my friend, I was like, this is what she said is wrong. And I hadn't I didn't.
I was worried. I didn't
say, oh, this is what she said is. No, I didn't. He's not my friend, so he's a friend of a friend.
Okay.
So the other friend of ours I was with, I was not like, come and see what Fekemi said is the problem. I hadn't yet said, I said, come and see something. I didn't say this is what Fekemi said is the problem. Immediately I showed him, he said, no, this one can't work.
I promise you, I'll show you this thing. You yourself, you
it was a guy.
Yes, it was another guy.
Because guys are first line.
And this person is particularly easy. So I thought maybe like I have bad mind. So I showed my friend, and he's such an easy person. Like he's so chill. He just said he basically was like, "Waiting be this."
No, it has to be bad. Because guys will first lie first. In fact. And try and defend
anyway, in case of emergency, I can't call this babe. That's just what. No! Because 2 times this weekend. That's how it was after this incident. She said, message me, are you home? I kept thinking, what has Jola done?
No, but Fekemi, a long weekend for me is always Iran Central. So you can't take me too seriously.
You didn't tell us what you did this weekend, did you?
Yes, Iran. What did you do?
Do you know, I was supposed to go and see Made. I'm very sad that I didn't go and see him.
Yeah, did
Did
go?
He was indeed performing.
Have you seen him perform before?
I have.
I've never seen him perform.
He's really great.
Do you know maybe we should that's part of the bounce house.
He's actually fun.
Should we start doing the bounce house presents?
He's phenomenal.
Oh, nice.
Do you
Does he
think that's a
engage
good
the crowd?
idea?
Does he talk?
Yeah, no, he doesn't talk, but he's so good at like obviously
He's really,
instruments.
he's really
You
can tell he has
you know when
classical
you're watching
training.
something and you're just like, okay, this is beyond like what anybody should be able to do with all this plenty. And he plays everything. So he just goes around like playing all the instruments.
Dari, do you think the bounce house presents Made Kuti and something would be fun? And then me and Fekemi, you know what we can do?
Did Mande tell you once to
We can do. No.
Ready for
I think
that.
Made is slightly scared of us. Like he thinks we are borderline animalistic. So I think he'll be too afraid to say no. But then do you know what the special guest will be?
It's because he came on our podcast and we tried to seduce him.
Shekere.
That's actually what happened.
All those dancers that paint their body. Me and you. Oh, before we get into it, all we do on this podcast is achieve.
That's true.
So, one of our guests also achieved.
Has achieved. Meaning us two as a podcast, we've also achieved.
Yes, congrats.
So we recorded this episode on Tuesday, and Hilda Bassi has officially been recognized by Guinness World Records as the longest something marathon cooking show.
Yes.
It's her. She's
meaning as a podcast, we've also been recognized as a podcast hosting.
Yes, hosting.
God bless you. So
we recognize a lot of people.
I was talking about. It's not a Grammy we've collected. It's
yes. What are you talking
in
about? 2019.
Plenty awards.
Yes.
This is a Guinness Book of Records podcast.
Did he win an award?
No, he was just loved. We've had Davido's manager.
Good. Awards.
Awards.
You see?
What else have we had? Who else have we had here that is an award winner?
Just plenty awards.
Just don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
But congratulations to Hilda.
Congrats.
You who are here with no force how Hilda said when the party happens, Fekemi and I will be there.
God bless you.
So Hilda. Okay, up next we have Sad Sibling. Who says, hello, President, FK and Big Jollz. What is my own most price? What's president? Which one is big? Am I fat? Says, 2 hands in the air. I believe in your government. Agbado can never. You guys mind. I think my sister is doing drugs. I don't have evidence of this, but I strongly believe she is. She has become addicted. I know she does Igbo recreationally, but recently my parents have been complaining that she's losing weight and that they smell weed in the toilet a couple of times, but she's denied it. However, she never ever looks sober. This might not seem like much, but the most recent problem was that a mutual friend was telling me that she asked yet another friend for money, saying my parents are about to kick her out of the house and she's homeless and without a job. FK and Jollz, this babe has a really good job and her own house. My parents are even begging her to move home so she can be closer to them as they're getting older, but she has refused. Imagine the embarrassment I felt when I heard this. I can't confront her as we live in different states and I don't necessarily have concrete evidence. She will gaslight and manipulate me into believing that I hate her. I don't know what to do because it will break my heart if my parents find out. Plus, nobody has money for rehab in this house. So it has been weighing heavily on my mind. P.S. She is never, ever, ever sober when we speak.
Well, this is a tough one because, like, clearly she's going through something, but it's not a case of how do you approach it in a way that doesn't now push her further away. Because what you don't want really is for her to now be pushed further away from you, where you now don't even know what is going on and what she's doing. You kind of want to create a safe space where she can, like, tell you what's up. And it seems like in this case, her parents are just trying to help, really.
The thing with addiction is until they're ready, they don't have a problem.
That's also another. That was what I was going to say.
So your sister,
honestly, you can't help.
Yeah.
You can't force the help on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, the person needs to even first ascertain if there is
Like a
an
problem.
addiction. Because, I mean, she said she has a good job, stays in her house. Like,
So why is she telling that story?
Yeah, so what are the cues? Like, you know, a lot of times people have, and I'm not saying she's not on drugs. I'm just saying people, like for example, like people assume like I'm you know, drugs, you know,
No,
because
let me tell you why.
Yeah,
Dari,
no,
your own
I
is
can see the reason.
No, it's not even about. If you guys saw Dari in lockdown, no, Dari that used to work for a bank
before Bosco.
Different before Bosco.
When your colleagues see you, that do they think you're on
Your
drugs?
ex-colleagues.
I think they thought I was on drugs back then too.
Fair enough.
You know,
Fair enough.
what I'm trying to say is like you need to ask, like, you know, you need to speak to just don't assume and start. Like I've had friends where like their parents have gone to pastors to ask, you know, to
What's
intervene
happening?
when maybe at worst they smoked a J every now and then, which is not up to that point. You understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But if the girl is working, she has a good job, she doesn't want to come home, you know, like talk to your sister and find out.
No,
like,
but the
what
problem is that she's
really
asking
is.
people for money and telling them these
They
stories.
lie, and then also she's not sober. So
And
I
she's
think
not
the
sober,
thing is,
yeah.
you have to, as her sister, you have to
You have
still
to
first
ascertain,
try
yeah,
Yes,
before.
with
and
her.
talk to her with her.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be you can't just take all your. I think he's right. You can't
Yeah.
just take all your thing from outside. You have to try and talk to her, but then you have to understand that this thing is also like dicey. Like I was saying, if she is addicted to drugs, that is not like. Again, it's a hard thing to overcome, and it's not something that one conversation is going to sort out.
Yeah, you can't have this view of you can't afford rehab because if you want to sort it out,
Yeah, you're gonna have to sort it out. You're gonna have to
Find
sort
it
it out. You find it. You're
it's
gonna
not a
sort it out.
pastor that's going to
I'm
miraculously
telling
change,
you.
you know.
So that's the thing with. This is why family is so complex. You have no choice.
You have no
have to help
choice.
because they are. It's just a. So this is so random, but I remember one time one of my best friends saw my brother doing something that she knew I would have a problem with. She sent me a message being like, just in case your brother like comes to, I'm about to go at him.
Yeah.
And all I remember feeling was gratitude at the
That's
time.
great. That's lovely. It's nice.
It was that thing of like knowing that just randomly people are looking out for your family even when you can't. So I remember, I think in this case, again, if she has a problem, first of all, she's going to lie to you. And it's going to be the beginning of many, 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 many lies. Just be prepared.
Just find out, yeah.
But the thing you need to do is figure it out on your own. Is there an actual problem here?
And then you need to, first of all, like make yourself available to her. Because what I find is from the people I've known who have dealt with addiction, you do not want to isolate them in your righteousness of, they're lying, they're being somehow. They will run away and like, this is the exact opposite of what you want.
Yeah.
Even though that safe space that you create for them is what is going to annoy you the most. Because if they're still dealing with it, there will be lies, you know, they will struggle, they might do this and that. But fundamentally, if you want to help them, you kind of need to keep to ensure that they're not, you know, feeling
Going
like
too
they have
far.
to run away and do other things. But you need to first of all just address it. And you already have in mind that she will manipulate you, she'll do this. You need to first of all address it and see what's going on. And then from there,
We'll know
see
how far.
if she is addicted, you guys are gonna have to step up and find a way to help her. There's just there's no two ways. You're gonna have to help her.
Yeah.
Because these things get destructive very quickly.
Very.
She's a functional. If she's
For
really
now.
on drugs, she's functioning for now, which is good for her. You know, she has a house, her life, you know, her job and all that. But you don't want all those things to get destroyed.
Yep.
So this is the time that if you are concerned, though, this is
To
time
start
for
doing
you
something.
to
you
time for you to start having it. Like you don't even need to go on an intervention. Just she's just like
It's not a campaign.
Yeah,
like, you know,
it's not.
just
Go and find out what's up.
What's going on?
and there are solutions. There are rehab centers and
Yeah.
professionals who can help
We'll help
around.
you figure it
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Okay. Now we have unhappily independent woman.
Oh,
Says, hi, FK and Jollz.
God.
I'm so thrilled to see all your recent wins. I've been listening for a few years and it's been a joy to see how I Said What I Said has grown and to watch you flourish. Well done. So on to my problem. My fiance, well, I guess my ex-fiance and I broke up a few years ago. Long story, no need to bore you with details. Any bad thing you can think of, it happened. Disrespecting my family and friends, check. Emotional abuse, check. Isolating me from people closest to me, check. I could go on, but this office of suffice. Suffice to say, the heart of man is desperately wicked and we are never ever getting back together. Also, I thought. At the time, I was 31. Now I am 34 and all my friends, except like 2, maybe she means the 2 of us, are married with children. I never used to be jealous. In fact, I've always been super excited to show up for them and their partners and families before and after the weddings. Baby showers, kids' birthdays, I did. It's kind of getting old being the single friend. Sometimes I'm the 13th wheel when we go out, like 6 couples and then me, haba. It's painful. It's not that I'm not happy for them, it's that I'm sad for myself. I'm tired of everyone telling me that it will happen when I least expect it, or I shouldn't worry, the right person will come along. When?
I want it now.
I need to shame my enemies soon, I beg. And in a big way, no less. I hope it doesn't make me sound shallow. I actually have a lot going on for myself. I have a lovely life abroad. I'm earning high 6 figures in Forex. I own my own property. I travel and really don't even have issues with my family or friends. Work can be difficult, but I get by. Guys, I even have a big bum. I'm really grateful for all of this, but I'm just so lonely. I don't think any of this makes up for the extreme loneliness. I cried myself to sleep last night because of this same loneliness. I've tried the apps, zero luck. Guys, all the apps. Bumble, Hinge, Coffee Mates Bagel, even Christian dating apps. I go out, but I'm a bit of an introvert, so putting myself out there can be exhausting. I've dropped my pride and even asked my friends and their husbands to introduce me to people, but they keep saying they don't know anyone. I have to pretend to be happy now when my friends send me pictures of their children or tell me all the nice things their husbands did for them. God, I beg, am I a cocoyam? My ex recently contacted me asking if we could meet up. He says he's gone to therapy and seeing the error in his ways. His mom too is begging. We live in the same country and he's doing quite well for himself and he's still kind of cute. I'm now wondering if I should give him another chance and test to see if he's still wicked. He's not like, this babe. She said, it's not like he was all bad. It's just that the bad outweighed the good at the time.
Hey,
what do you think? Should I meet up like once and see? That said, I really don't think my family and friends will respect me anymore if I go back. Everyone was so proud of me when I left. But nothing else really seems to be working out dating-wise, and I'm really out of ideas. I want a partner and kids, and it just feels like my time is running out. Guys, help me.
This baby's a thief. She said she should go once.
Do you know the funny thing? I feel
I actually, do you know what? I really appreciate the level of honesty with this.
Can I be honest?
Because this is accurate.
Can I be honest?
But
when I broke up with my ex,
you said this thing many times.
I told him that. Please don't close the door.
Jola will just message me, so this man will not beg me. I said, somebody you left.
Told him. So we went for lunch. And I said, please, I want to say something to you. And he's a really like nice, reasonable person. He was like, yeah, sure. I said, you can close the door, but don't jam it. Because if by 35, things are not working out for me, I'm coming back. He was like, are you? I'm just saying my own. No. Other people will pretend. I'm not saying my own. He was like, what if I've met somebody? I said, okay, I will not come. But if you're looking, I said, well, if you're looking somehow, I'll see what I can do for you.
If the conditions
and
are
you know what made him laugh? He was like, you're still pretending that you're doing me a favor. So the thing is, I genuinely I don't understand.
Do you know the thing? I get where she is and I appreciate the level of honesty. I think it's like, it must be tough because you are, on the one hand, you're happy for people and whatever, but if people are constantly experiencing the things you want around you, right, it's hard. Yeah. And like she's saying, she has a good life now. Nothing is...
Yeah, everything's aligned. Yeah.
Everything is aligned except this other one thing that now, at this point, she also wants. But sis, that does not mean... Do you know why they say that affliction should not rise a second time?
Exactly.
You now want to you want to go and pick up the affliction with your hand and bring it back into your consciousness. I beg. Listen, I understand everything that you're going through and you're lonely and that's tough. that does not mean that you should answer this man. That therapy he did is for himself and his partner. I hope you know. And it's because his mom knows that he does not have any option.
Exactly.
That she's begging you. Let me just tell you now, don't go and see anything. Don't go and meet him. Since babe said he's not that bad, after telling us that every bad thing under the sun, he has done it.
Maybe he's the one that edited the message.
I feel like, do you know the thing? I also feel like at the same time, I present it because you've already decided that you're going to see this man. Me, I just want to beg you, Shad, that anything you see there, I just hope you know that you have to take it like that. I don't think this is the solution to your problem.
Yeah.
It's actually not.
But what do you think
about this guy?
No, about the guy.
He has to go and sit down.
So the thing is that she's very honest about how she feels.
She's lonely and that's tough. But this man is not her solution.
Yeah.
He can't help her. She's just going to waste more time with
she
him.
said she should go once. She said, well, she go
But
for
you know,
brunch.
we all do these things now. You try and rationalize it into, should I go? That what? What does she want to do once with? Look, it's unfortunate and there's no real, you can't say.
Yeah, and she's talking about marriage with somebody who has berated.
My dear.
Like his marriage is forever. It's not
tough.
It's
Do you know
not
the funny thing?
And people don't change like that.
One and two.
In their 30s, what?
The same way you're thinking about, I'm 34 and I want to get married and I want to have kids. Do you think that's not part of his own motivation too?
That's why he's calling you.
Like that even his mom is being like, dude, you're not getting any younger.
The mom is even calling. What's the mom calling for?
Because she knows that he does get. She's probably thinking you messed this thing up.
Yeah.
Let's go and beg her.
Let's go
It's
and
giving
beg her.
manipulative.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Have you ever run into your ex's parents before?
Yes.
Were they nice?
They are always very nice because they know that what that stupid boy did is the worst thing he could have ever done. They're always very lovely.
I had
to
been
me.
avoiding mine for over a year.
No, they're always very lovely to me because they know that since I've left,
Then I
things
saw them
are-
at a wedding and they were so nice to me.
Has that ever happened when your ex-friend called to convince you of the credentials of the like?
They
Like,
never call
weird,
to me.
no?
They always call
character is
to
too
gr-
bad
they
for
call
all
to
that.
greet me and I'm like, this greeting is
very
that
weird.
one.
My
That's
character
even a
is
red
too bad
flag.
for all that one. When he called to
How's your mom calling
I'm
me?
sure as I was going, they were like, good riddance. No, but I've been avoiding and I saw them at a wedding and they were so nice to me. But he had given me a heads up because it was a
That's
mutual
why
friend. He was
they're
like, yo, my parents are going to be here. You should go and say hello. When I went, I was like, you people miss me in your house.
You've already started your story now. It's good. I like it. Let's go from here because we want to know how, let's
Who was
run.
like Darry Quack?
Let's run how this story came about. So like, were you just like in the bank with the customer? They just say, you know what?
Just like flip
It's
my
actually,
table, like,
it just says that's all I need.
Don't care about your money.
So I don't want to be drinking from now.
No, it wasn't like that. I think, like I wasn't like a terrible banker. I think I was doing quite well in the bank. I worked in the most profitable team or one of the most profitable teams. So I was doing like oil and gas transactions. I was decent, like, it wasn't bad. But then I don't know, man. It just wasn't like I would like to be rich, but I don't really care that much about money. And in the bank, that's what we talk about. Like,
Every day.
that's what we talk about. Like, this person,
Imagine
when,
someone
like,
being in the back and being like, yeah, but you guys' body is not the most important.
yeah, like, it wasn't a
And
good.
everybody is thinking, I don't get.
Yeah, but then, like, I don't even know. Like, till now, I don't even know how this whole thing happened.
Yeah.
I was there when it started. Because, Quacktails was very Instagram, was social media heavy only.
Yeah.
So, I'm not lying to you guys. I know I seem like a strong, independent woman, but sometimes I like to belong. So, during lockdown, it seemed like people they're ordering drinks.
Yes.
Let me order drink.
And that's where it came from. Like, so that community of people online and like just friends like recommending. So the whole story is like in a nutshell. I used to work in a bank. I'm a bit of an introvert. Like, I'm not really like an outgoing guy like that,
That's so funny.
Weird, like, but I'm not. Like, I feel like that's where Bosco even comes in. Because I have to create like a different personality to really be out there. But then I used to want to drink. Like, I like a good drink, like, and I needed to go out to get a drink, which I didn't really want to do. So this started building my own comforts at home. And I'm married to a woman from Lagos Island, and Lagos Island, they come together, like, so like she has a big family and they would come over to the house from time to time and they'll have a drink. And from there, like, Ajoke, shout out to the ages, Ajoke had me do her daughter's first birthday.
Ajoke is the sister-in-law.
My sister-in-law. And she runs the ages. And, and that's where we had the first Quacktails gig.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't even really Quack. It was just me making drinks, and my sister was with me as well.
I remember I first saw you at Vanessa's party.
Yeah, that's our first time.
Vanessa's 30th.
Yeah, and that's the community that we, But then when Quacktails started, it was at Ajoke's daughter's birthday. There was somebody from an oil and gas company, and the funny thing is that oil and gas company was my customer in the bank. Yeah, so like I had customers, there were customers in the bank structuring transactions from them, and on the other side, they were trying to buy drinks,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So for a while, are you doing both?
Yes, I was doing both, but then Quacktails was not in pouches. It was like a hobby where I had this Paco bar and I'll go and be mixing drinks because I like doing it, But then lockdown happened. So all this was happening around 2019 and I had the bar. And the whole idea was because there were people like Mandy's and Eventy, there were big cocktail people. And I thought, okay, event planners, maybe for small parties where it's not worth like Mandy's time or the other big, you can call me and I'll come in my small bar. I'll call my cleaner in the office to repackage and
come on, assist you.
And come and assist me. So that was the whole idea. But then this was towards the end of 2019 and lockdown was brewing.
Yeah.
So we got these pouches. I remember we got these pouches to send samples to event planners. I'm like, look, try the drink. People say it's nice. And if you have a small gig, like, I'm your guy. Yeah. So that's what happened. Then lockdown happened. And like my wife's family and friends who used to come to my house to try the drinks got sober and asked us to deliver. But at the same time, I was restructuring my portfolio in the bank because a lot of loans were going bad because the whole world was like, so at the time I was restructuring loans. I was getting people calling me like, send me Long Island, and the only thing that was working during lockdown were bikes. For some strange reason, you go outside and there were like bikes everywhere, So I remember I flagged down a bike, and funny enough, that guy who I flag is my rider, is one of my riders today, and we delivered to friends. I feel like he's even need to know that I've posted it first on Twitter. Yeah. I don't think I ever had a Twitter account. From there, the business just, started.
Was it always called Quacktails?
Yeah, so Quacktails was like a joke. Like it was like so the first was the oil and gas company. We had to register a company to be a vendor. To be a vendor. I just thought it was like Quack has been my nickname from secondary school, because I'm serious guy, obviously. But then it also was like quacks who are not professionally trained making cocktails. So it was all like just like a joke, and that's kind of how it started.
Say, right? You don't know the meaning of quack.
I do.
I said that, right?
I'm just feeling sorry for myself because I'm continuing No, keep going. Making me laugh. The way he said, "Oh, my family is from my wife's family is from Lagos Island."
They roll deep. Have you seen that?
They roll.
No, they do. But I remember, like, I bumped into your wife and your kids at RX.
Yes.
And I was saying hello to her and everything. I was like, oh, so you guys came to show. She's like, from Lagos Island. All of this one is their daddy. It made me laugh so much because she genuinely looked uninterested. She was like, their daddy said that they should come and look at art. Also from Lagos Island. Me, I'm taking them to a shop somewhere. And it made me laugh so much because Dari was matching her hair. He clearly had a plan for all the things they're going to see. And his wife was just there like, God, why?
I'm trying to be a sophisticated guy. But the funny thing, so it's like almost opposite. My wife doesn't drink. Since I met her, she never
I've seen her handing out Quacktails with Vim. What? I've seen her running.
During lockdown, she was making drinks. She was making drinks with me. She was the one making the margaritas. And I was like,
you don't drink.
You don't drink. How do you know what you do? Well, I think she was in the business aspect. I beg, let's run this thing.
I think what we need is, and I said drink.
Sure.
I think we need a drink.
That'd be nice, actually.
Bounce drink.
We need a bounce house drink.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Yeah, I think I need a bounce drink.
What would be ideal to make a drink for you guys instead of us just freestyling? Maybe when you guys come to the kitchen, we can discuss. We can discuss because what I enjoy, I enjoy things that remind me of something else. Like, you know, so if there are flavors that you grew up with, like, you some mangoes, we can make a nice drink with mango. So come through and would
and then people will buy it, so don't disgrace us. So that's how we'll go and do this drink.
Darren also is our what?
That's the day you guys would all decide that
our what performing drink, and we're taking it off the menu.
Sorry, the jumpsuits. I have to plug in This Is Us because
they make it.
Yeah, this is literally us. So the cotton is sourced in Funtua.
Yeah.
So it's locally made cotton by a brand called This Is Us. It's dyed in Kano.
Yeah.
And is assembled in Lagos. So I feel like This Is Us is like a parallel business to us where we source locally and we try and make things that are of, I don't want to say international standards because it makes it seem as if
that's
Nigerian
exactly. It's really good quality stuff.
Yeah, so like I feel like we have friends like that. Just like Dialab as well. Like we're all friends where we share the same what's the word? Is it ethos or
that's what it is. That's what it is.
So shout out to This Is Us. And we gave them colors and like the process was so exciting because like Orama who runs the company was like, we found tamarind that we can use to make that orange. Like she shares the same excitement, you know, and so I'll reach out to them to make like
No, I'm excited. No,
I want you guys. Anyway, if it's gracious, I'll have to buy 200. Just so that it will be on the day is ours. I'll have to order 100 just so that we won't be disgraced.
Yeah, I'm very excited. But what are you guys looking forward to or working on that like our community can plug into?
I mean, for us, it's just trying to make the service better. For me, I like to get a kitchen on the mainland, so I stop charging people 253K. Like
they really bother
delivery prices.
No, I see what you
prices
mean.
Are crazy, and you have to because like obviously things have changed.
Yeah, like when the petrol, like I had to increase price to Ikorodu to 5K. And the thing is, when I get orders to Ikorodu, it's like one pouch. And it's going all the way.
So imagine your delivery is more than your drink.
No, because I used to fill my tank for just over 9K, and I was on 2 bars. And filled for 18K.
Same thing. Like I used to fill mine for like 13, 14. Last time I went it was like 42K. And I was like, just stay at home. Not go anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
I'm engaging now. If you ask me to come somewhere,
you
I have to really mean it because this 30-something K I'm spending on my petrol.
Babe, how far you? I'm far. I'm very far.
So for me it's becoming more intentional on the mainland and doing like these pop-ups around Nigeria just to see if we can influence like cocktail culture in different places. Not say that they don't have, but just see what we can do.
Because our local culture is actually very like beer and spirit oriented. Yeah. So people drink straight drinks.
Yeah, but you know what I've realized, people like but if you give them but if you give them I don't want to brag anything, but if you give them the option of like a nice tasting drink, they will try it.
That's what I feel like. And the thing is, it's good. It's not as if it's like an acquire. It's nice.
Yeah, if you like it, exactly.
Enjoying it.
You don't need to know the story. You don't need to know what grapes were used.
See, Dare came, brought us an option for the bounce house. Now we have jumpsuits. Now we have drink. This is why I like having my friend on the podcast. Honestly, people will be like, it should be 2 of you. It can't be the 2 of us because me and Fekemi can also jumpsuits. That's just it.
And shout out to all of you who have sent me your plenty wear. So on the last episode, I was complaining about how I'm running out of jumpsuits. So I have 2 jumpsuits that I have not one left in my entire wardrobe. And if you know me well, this is a massive problem because like this has never happened in the last like 5 years. I've never been down to 2. All the rest of the jumpsuits are old and tattered. So I was like, I don't have a tailor anymore. My tailor has blown now. Before you phone him, he's busy. Wow. Everything is 2 weeks. Serious wala. So now I said that like I need someone to be making if you see fashion wears that people have been sending. I say, is it this particular style? I'm like, guy, how can this be what you sent me to say? Nah, it's too funny. But
keep it simple, eh?
Yeah, let's keep it simple. But
thank you so much for coming, Darren. We're trying to make this happen for
you guys buy Quacktails. Don't disgrace us.
You drink that. What's your favorite Quacktail?
Bramble.
I like the Elizabeth or anything that has, if you see anything that has passion fruits in it, I've probably bought it.
Quacktails Bramble, Quacktails Sour, whiskey or amaretto.
So for me, it's the Elizabeth or the Porn Star Martini. That's my first choice. So yes, guys, please go and try.
Go ahead, have a good time.
And try. So there's always like delivery notes. Say from I said what I said.
Having said that, Sha, most orders add a QGNT. Just for
number one selling drink.
Just for number one drink. Just for completion.
Number one selling drink.
Okay.
Just for completion of the matter.
Yeah. How can people find Quacktails?
Yeah, so you can find Quacktails online. You don't need the number. You don't need WhatsApp.
Don't phone anybody.
We don't want to hear from you, but we don't want to like carry over. But so you can order on our store, or you can reach out to us on Instagram, quacktails.ng, or Twitter, quacktails_ng. Or just go to our Paystack store, which is paystack.shop/quacktails, and get your drinks within an hour.
Yeah, and he's online. He's actually not lying
at all.
He's not lying. It's one of the greatest things. Thank you so much, Dari, for coming.
We had a great time.
As usual, guys, like and subscribe, leave comments, all that stuff. I really enjoyed. See, Omono and Chima's episodes. Do you see them? They were there.
They were there.
Wisdom, lovely. So this one, we want to say drinks, fabulous drinks, best drinks, lovely drinks. I love drinks. That's what we want to say everywhere.
And my gosh, this comes off.
But it's so cute. Also, when you order Quacktail, depending on how many you order, you get a
cute little look. This one has
it's Pride Month, so we have
exactly. So we're gonna send stickers out.
So we have some lager butter, cute stuff.
This one has headphones, cute.
This one has a bib that's removable. So it's up to you. But thank you so much, Dari. Thank you guys, and see you on the next episode.